to an episode of Bros and Cons. It's a show where opinion is law.
Only because we say so.
So, before we get into the episode, we want to make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow us, share,
you know what I'm saying?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you may be viewing this thing, okay? So today we're going to talk about the 5 things that define us. Since you don't know us, my name is Iron, this is the bro.
Much respect.
Much respect. And just to get to know us a little better, 5 things that define myself.
His age.
Iron. Wow. Okay. Iron Wesley. Check it out. I would say I'm a creative.
Facts.
I care a lot.
Too much.
No, my wife would agree. I'm a foodie.
Clearly. See those muscles?
Man.
Trying to get like you and bro.
Trying to trim down because the foodie, you know, too much foodie. Let's see. I love TV. I like to travel.
Man, but real talk, like off top, I know because you are a really big like TV head. What's like the top 5 TV shows you watching right now?
Bro,
I just have to ask.
That is an episode for another day.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I just had to ask though.
All right, we'll revisit this conversation off camera and we'll go from there.
All right, bet. Let me see the top 5 things to say about me. Let's see. I am spontaneous.
Yeah.
I'm blunt.
Straight up.
I'm really creative.
I agree.
I like being like doing stuff. Like I like being out. Like I'm a kinesthetic kind of
Super
person.
kinesthetic, yeah.
Yeah, like
you're a doer, not a watcher.
not at all. You know, I could be real talk. I could just watch people and just like really laugh.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I watch too much. Like someone's about to fall, I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
And like I should like.
You're about to hit the floor.
Like damn, that's about to suck.
Okay.
Ooh. What happened to me though?
What happened to me though?
And the 5th thing, I freaking love music, especially like, you know, production. Like I see it like a movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't mention that, but I feel like music is kind of part of being a creative in a sense.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I think I like that the most, though, just because it's a direct, like, trigger to your emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if we come on right now, you go into a trance, you know?
Yeah. You know, sad music, happy music, emo music. There's all kind of genres make you feel what you feel.
Yeah.
So, before we get down that bunny trail, this episode is top 5 nostalgia group games. So, I grew up in the 90s.
I know.
Retro grew up in the 90s.
I know.
If you grew up in the 90s or before, you might have heard of these games. Some of them,
maybe not.
yeah, some of them are still around. But if you grew up in the 90s, you definitely heard of these games. So, we kick things off with number 5. What you got, bro?
Number 5 for me, I had to write down the list because I don't commit things to memory. You know what I'm saying? But I have to say Tag.
Tag was 5?
Tag is 5.
What? Okay. What did you like about Tag?
Tag was great because like it made me feel like I was Spider-Man, like I was leaping over things trying not to get hit, you know what I'm saying? And then like if I was like the hunter trying to get them, like I was really agile. So like it was a lot of fat kids. Like, I remember. So it was really fun. Like one time I like hopped over this one kid and then like tagged this one guy.
Were you the person that tagged the fat kid on purpose just so he couldn't catch you?
No. Everybody was fat. You know? Nah.
You didn't catch me.
No, but like, yo, when we played dodgeball, like he got the revenge. That one had a little arm. But that's another one for a later number. So that was my 5 for sure. 5.
5 for me would have to be Duck, Duck, Goose.
Duck, Duck, Goose.
Duck, Duck, Goose. For the same reasons, actually, because I was very, very fast.
Agile, yeah.
Very, very agile.
No, you're not lying.
And people would tell me I ran like a cartoon. So, you know, like, so for me, it was just like I would be the person sitting in the circle, like you better not pick me. You better not pick me. You bet. Oh, you want to play?
Lose your seat.
Lose your seat. Thank you. So that was my game, you know. Whether I was the person being the person playing Duck Duck Goose or sitting down, it was equally fun for me.
Facts.
So number 4.
I have to say number 4 will probably be 3 Flags Up.
Oof.
I I don't know if y'all know what Three Flags Up, but basically it's a game where like there's a crowd of like kids right there, and then there's a thrower that's like separated from the kids. You chuck the ball in the air, and the kid that can grab the ball 3 times is the new thrower.
Yeah, but you gotta catch over people.
Yeah, so like if your genetics didn't kick in yet and you're short, you got these other tall kids or girls who grow faster than you that's there.
Don't play this game.
Don't play this game.
You'll get embarrassed.
Get your feelings hurt. Don't do it to yourself. But sometimes I didn't care. I like push somebody and then like grab it. It got aggressive out there.
Oh yeah.
That's
LA. Part of being an LA kid.
Yeah.
It was aggressive.
Exactly.
If you didn't have scars, you ain't doing it right.
You didn't grow up in LA.
Right. So for me, number 4 would have to be Simon Says. Loved this game because, I'm an audio learner, and I didn't know that I was an audio learner until later on. But, being able to hear people and hear exactly what you're saying before I move.
Yeah.
It was, and sometimes your body can't help but to react sometimes.
When you hear a voice, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's like, stand up, sit down. Simon Says, sit down. Oh.
Yeah.
You're out. Apparently they have people who still play Simon Says as adults. Like, it's actually a career to be a professional Simon Says coordinator.
Are you serious?
Like, dead serious. Like, there's actually a thing now.
Alright, so side note, I'm really sad that all the things that we, as 90s kids, they said don't do that, there's no future in it, there's a career for it now.
Right.
Video games. Legit. Don't play video games. Like, you can't do nothing with that in the future.
There's professional video game players now. Like, legit.
Freaking A. Like, I can hear my dad walking out the back room right now, too. Thanks, Dad. That's why I'm still here. So I'm not a professional video game player.
Right.
Anyway, let's not go down that segue.
Number 3, bro.
Number 3? I have to say this. Let me see. Number 3 would be Horse. Horse was fun because once there's that creative side that kicks in, I'll think of the most obscure way to get some shot, like to make the shot, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that was fun for me. I like beating people in like the most obscure way.
The most obscure way. See, I like playing Horse because like some of the stuff was just ridiculous. Right. Like do a sky hook from half court. Like,
and they made it like,
who does that? Like,
what kind of Jesus Hail Mary shot was this? Like
legit. Like, yo, what the heck? Like,
I seen a kid throw a ball off the ground, bounce off the wall, and they're off the court, by the way.
Yeah.
hit the ground wall, fly all the way back onto the court and make it.
One of the most outrageous things I've seen was somebody bounce the ball and kick it into the hoop. Like, and I was like,
it's like some Looney Tunes stuff.
I'm gonna copy that, like,
Yeah.
So, number 3 for me is actually one of yours, which is Three Flags Up.
Three Flags Up, yeah.
Three Flags Up was my game, and it was the thing that made me fall in love with football for the first time. Yeah. There was multiple times after that. I didn't play football until I was like in high school.
Yeah.
And I played Three Flags Up in like elementary. But it was fun for me because, things like, oh, you got mossed. Oh,
yo, yeah. Before we was being like Kobe,
yeah, it was like
mossed. Oh, you lost it, yo.
Yeah.
Yo,
and it was fun, man. Yeah. I would just be jumping higher than the kids, running faster than the kids. So I was just all around athletic in a sense. So it was fun playing these kind of games for me.
Facts.
Number 2.
Let me see. Number 2. I always gotta check my phone. Ooh, it's so hard, but because my number 2 and my number 1 is like right there. Like, all right. It doesn't matter. They're interchangeable, but I'm gonna say dodgeball.
Ooh. I like how we had movies to this game sometimes.
I know.
Dodgeball
was great because like I would really tap into this like Goku, Dragon Ball Z mindset and like dodge everything that comes my direction. I didn't really like being a thrower because I had skinny arms.
See, I didn't play dodgeball that often. Like, I like dodgeball. It was fun in a sense. However, it's always growing up in the hood. Growing up in the ghetto. Yeah. You got kids that are having issues, right? And it's always the kids that are having issues that want to throw the ball. They just want to. It's like, oh, he had a bad day. Oh, he gonna take it out on dodgeball. Yeah. You playing iron? Nah, I ain't playing. Like,
I love playing. They're gonna be mad. They're not touching me, man. I let people hit me because I'm bored now.
I swear, man, I still hear that echoing sound now. Bing!
Oh, man.
To this day. To this day. All right. Number 2 on my list. I'm mad because like, we kind of have like a similar list. But honestly, growing up in the hood, you played basketball. So my thing was not horse though. My basketball game was 21.
I love 21.
Could not stop me from playing 21 growing up, bro. Like my mom finally bought us a basketball court in the backyard.
Yeah.
You could not pay us to stay in the house. You know, we were outside playing ball all day. It was you go to school, you do your homework, you go play basketball. You know, and I had roommates. Not roommates. I had neighbors. You know, so we had lived in a duplex, and the backyard had basketball courts. So I just did homework. Hey yo, RJ, come out and play. Let's go. This is snack.
Man,
we just ball.
Can RJ come out and play?
Yep. Like, can RJ come out and play? You know, and it was funny because like the neighbors in my duplex were Spanish. You know. Yeah. So like you had to learn how to say like things in Spanish because like you know a lot of Hispanic Latin culture, like a lot of the people who answer the door, like the grandmas.
Yeah, the older ones. They're not really acclimated.
And you're just like RJ. Like, you know, eventually you learned how to say what you have to say. So it was cool. But then we played literally like 21. It was always like, you gotta win by 2. Yeah, you gotta win by 2. You know,
that's with anything. Any basketball.
Right? Like,
no, any sport. You gotta win by 2.
You gotta win by 2. And then it's like, oh, when you finally do win after that long game, run that back. All right, cool, run it back. You know, so all day we're out there, bro. Honestly, and that's really just like where it was. So for me, that was definitely on my list.
Nice.
All right, so before we get to number 1, honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions? I mean, 21 would have been my honorable mention, to be honest. Because it would have been on my list, but the only reason I didn't do 21 is just because, like, I played with my friends, but I was trash. I wasn't good at basketball until I was, like, 12 and 13. When my brothers would actually take me to the courts and make me be good.
Let's see. Honorable mention. Dodgeball would be honorable mention. I don't want to say this one because I know you enough to know that this is your number 1, so I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
But your number 1 is honorable mention. Yeah. If you're watching this, you'll understand what I mean because I know my bro very well.
Yeah.
Let's see. I did like Red Light, Green Light.
That's a good honorable
mention. Red Light, Green Light. And let's see, Tetherball.
I don't like that stupid game.
I like Tetherball.
That's a stupid game. I'm sorry. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry.
Okay, look. Let me say this. Tetherball was the hood game that taught you how to box. Like, no joke. You hit it, it's coming right back at you. You gotta learn how to dodge and hit back.
Yeah.
Like, legit. Yeah. You have a bad day? Tetherball.
Man, that's crazy.
Alright, drum roll. Number 1.
I have to say my number 1 is kickball.
I knew it.
Yeah. Watching Recess, the cartoon, you know, that game was like everything. And then so when we did it, like, it was great. We played, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember you would even ask the pitcher, like, yo, give me boosties. Give me bouncies. Like, they throw you the ball, like, nah, you roll it back, ask for those bouncies, smack that ball. Man, it was a great game.
We used to have the little, you know how they had the baseball diamond?
Yeah, we used it the same way.
The gate in the background.
Yep.
Kick the gate.
Yep.
And just run.
Same.
Boom.
Same.
Yep. I remember I played kickball one time at elementary. So 6th Ave had this like thing where it was like 6th Ave Elementary in LA. It was like 4 baseball fields.
Yeah.
They would play kickball. Right? So they would always, whenever I played, they have to use the one that was furthest away from the gate because I'm kicking it all the way over the gate.
That's ridiculous.
And they literally, especially like, don't give him bouncies. Don't give him bouncies.
We used to do that. But what's your number 1? I gotta know now.
Alright. Tag, bro.
Oh.
Tag.
That was my number 5.
I know, that's why I was like, 5? What?
Honestly, I would probably switch tag for my number 4 for my number 5.
Tag was my number 1 game, man, just because like
you're a cartoon and you're agile.
I'm fast and I liked playing with girls because it was like you can't catch me, but
I tagged you.
Elementary school, I had no filter.
No chill. No chill at all.
But yeah, that's the list. So that's that's our top 5 list.
If you have a different list, leave it in the comments below, and we'll check it out.
Exactly, because not everything honorable is mentioned. Not everything mentioned was honorable. So make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us and see when the next episode is coming out, because we're gonna have more episodes coming to you real soon.